Okay, welcome to a crap guide to Frostborn, speedrunning Odins. I'm primarily doing this for my clansmen, just to encourage them to be able to quickly go through whatever rooms in Odins they want to. This video will be broken down into 3 parts, but it'll be pretty quick and in rapid succession. In my opinion, this is all that you need to clear all 3 rooms of Odin's, with the exception of the 2nd floor in Blue Room. That's an entire video in and of itself. Okay, let's get started. First off, a couple things to note. I do have Sorcerer 4. My mount gives support staff damage and bonus damage to monsters. I am running an Observer, which is just the pet that I currently want to level. I'm going to be using pet food. Be careful to hit treats because I plan on doing this everything in about half an hour. And yeah, let's get going. Drink the elixir. Pet treat, and here we go. I believe in maximum efficiency as much as possible, so I'm going to try to avoid taking any hits, even if it slows things down a smidge. Yeah. Oh, fudge. Whenever I get, whenever my charm triggers, I don't take a hit from that guy. So, Dragon Chest started off at 161. We'll see how it, where it is at the end of all this. Already got a green key, so I'm not going to bother to loot that. After I am done with everything, I will come back and do a couple of screenshots on the loot that you can expect to receive from each room. I'll put them all in separate chests so you can just see that. Yeah. The pet treat lasts for 36 minutes, so hopefully I will be able to do everything in that time. Currently, my staff of choice is the Alfar support staff. It is a little bit of a slower weapon, but it has really good durability, and because it is slower and still has a pretty high DPS, the raw damage is pretty good. You might be seeing that I'm doing 311 points of damage per hit, which really is not bad at all. Depending on the runes that your sorcerer has, you may be a little less than that, but for the most part, I am free to play, so you should be able to achieve that without too much difficulty. The path that I'm currently running is just the one that I prefer to use. Yeah. There are a few points that you just gotta take a hit or two, and that's absolutely fine. It's not worth doing whatever you need to avoid that hit. Yeah, at least that's my opinion. using this method, I can usually clear guest hall and green room in about 10 minutes. The red room or forge, I'm not sure how that's going to go, because I honestly haven't done a speed run of that in quite some time, so we'll just see how it goes. My plan is to use the sorcerer in guest hall, green room, and the red room, and then for blue room, level 1, I will be using the Thrasher. Again, that is going to be Thrasher 4, but yeah. Just trying to avoid what I call unnecessary hits to the armor. There are some that thank you, Alfar Spirit. Another perk of using the Alfar support staff. There are some hits that are done by archers, and I feel like it's 1 or 2 hits. It's not really worth doing whatever you need to do to avoid those. It just takes too much time. So yeah, I look at hits from archers and just say those are acceptable if frustrating. Maybe whenever the Ymir's staff comes out, I don't know if that's going to do, if it might have a higher damage per hit. Again, just because I tend to focus on efficiency, and just make sure that, yeah. I like, even if it's a little bit of a slower weapon, I like high durability, and I like high damage per hit, not necessarily a high rate of fire. For this one, I do like to pop off my Circle of Blessing, because you can one-hit KO both of those guys, and that giant takes only 4 hits instead of the usual 5. Again, just eking out every bit of use from that, from your weapons. I have access to several repair tables, but yeah, just efficient use. That's what I'm all about. Looks like currently we're about at the 8-minute mark, so we're doing about average, I would say. The key to not taking hits with the Necromancer, of course, is just kind of learning where she uses her charged attack. She's going to do it here in just a second again. There we go. I'll be able to score about 5 hits usually. Take her up a little further, spin her around, and she'll do it again. Get a couple more hits. And last hit. I do want to go ahead and grab that key because we'll need that for the next part. Again, I prefer to use my blessing there, but circle of blessing. Almost at the 9-minute mark. There we go. Yes, I have done that a time or two, so I was quite confident that that the timing there would work out with those two giants. I've also been smacked a time or two there, so yeah, just be aware that you can get smacked. Some people say that door's not worth opening. I look at it and say that if I'm getting pet experience, it might be worth it, and yeah. Oh, I meant to take a picture of my pet experience beforehand. Oh well, we'll just have to estimate it. And there we go, that's green room. I'm going to end this video and be back for the next.